but I got goosebumps. It's not even the Torterra that they're afraid of. It's okay. Today we're reacting to Jaiden Animation's I Attempt a Pokemon Platinum Nuzlocke. I have not seen this yet. I actually just saw it on my page and I was like, huh, another one. I love this stuff. So you know what? We're just gonna hop right into it.
So if you're new here, hi. I've done this before.
Hi.
Last year I made a video about my first ever Pokemon Nuzlocke, and the game I played in it was Pokemon Ruby. It was fun, so here I am again doing another. But this
If y'all haven't gone and watched the Pokemon Ruby Nuzlocke one, it was good. It was good. Go watch it. Now.
time I attempted to Nuzlocke Pokemon Platinum. I'll explain again super quickly how a Nuzlocke works. You can only catch the first Pokemon you run into per route. If a Pokemon faints, it dies and you can't use it anymore. And you have to nickname your Pokemon so you grow more attached to them. If you still don't understand, that's not my problem. Let's get started. Hoo boy. This was my Pokemon Platinum Nuzlocke. Pokemon! So my friend and neighbor Barry is practically dragging me all over the place with his hyperactive squirrel brain, frantically trying to get a Pokemon as soon as possible from this Professor Rowan he saw on TV. He drags me out to Route 201 and is about to leap into the tall grass when, hold it! You guys know going into the tall grass is
Oh, what a sexy professor, am I right?
practically a death wish, right? What you're doing is basically suicide. Borderline insanity. What absolute moronic lunatics you are. Have you no respect for your lives? Do you have any Pokemon? No. Do you want some? And like that, I have a Turtwig. I named him Turt and immediately used.
Honestly, out of all of the starters there, I would say you'd want to go Turtwig, right? I don't know. Turtwig or Piplup. Either one.
Used him to bash in Barry's Chimchar. I was making my way through the routes, but right as I was about to nab the Shinx I found on 202. Don't kill it. No! So no Shinx for us. But that's alright. Shinx isn't that great this early anyway. Then I locked eyes with our first trainer. The first battle. Let's see how we fare against youngster Tristan and his level 5 Starly. Oh my god! So in the first trainer battle I ever fought, I almost immediately lose my starter to a critical hit.
Why does that always seem to be what happens? You have a really good time, you're like, okay, we got this, and then like the first battle of like the whole thing, you lose. Or you nearly lose because they're like, yeah, let's just give this guy like 3 critical hits.
Why do I suddenly have a very bad feeling about this? Nevertheless, we kept going onward through Jubilife City, where we caught Kronk the Zubat in the cave above Route 204, and Magikarp on 218. Hi, Magikarp. Your name is Puppy. Just outside the city, Barry runs up and demands another battle, so I happily bash in his Chimchar again, and his Starly too.
I like how she fights. She just picks the Turtwig up and just smashes things like whack-a-moles.
On my way, eventually arriving in Orberg City, and nervously challenged Rourke. I was terrified of his Cranidos, but Turt landed a crit Razor Leaf and one-shot it before it could even do anything. So that's badge number 1 for us. I made it to Floroma Town and was really excited because if you didn't know, outside the Valley Woodworks you can find Shellos. And if you didn't know, again, I love Shellos. I ran straight to the grass to get my Shellos encounter, and
Jinx.
I'm not gonna pass up an encounter, so I very depressingly caught the Shinx and named it Failure to vent my sadness and frustration over not getting a slug. While there, we found Team Galactic messing
Poor
around,
Shinx.
stealing electricity, and this little girl's dad. So I beat up the grunt guarding the door,
Yeah.
broke in,
Hit him
beat
with
up
the
the grunts in the
Turtwig.
building until Turt evolved, then found Galactic Commander Mars at the end of the corridor, who I was scared of because she's got a fat cat that hits like a semi-truck. But I had a plan. Back in the Orberg Mines, I caught Dwayne.
That is like one of the biggest run killers in Platinum, is that Perugly. It's so terrifying. Like, why? Why does it even exist?
The Onyx, and I brought him to the fight because in case things got dicey, I would switch him in to buy time and heal up my other Pokemon. Basically, Dwayne was death fodder. Turt took out Mars' Zubat, and when Perugly came out, Kronk plucked off the Oranberry it was holding. But she got hit pretty hard in the process, and since Turt needed a bit of healing before he could get back into it,
Dwayne can take a scratch. Look at that. Dwayne is fine. He's fine, guys. Don't pull the sad nose for Dwayne. Dwayne's fine. Don't worry about him. Don't worry about him. Oh my god! Dude! Alright, I'll give him that. I'll give him that. Dwayne gets to live.
Somehow,
No
when
way.
Dwayne was supposed to die, he hung in there on 1 HP. And you know what? I respected the hell out of him for it. I let Dwayne live and Turt was able to take out the Perugly. What a legend. But then I put him back in the box and moved on. In Mount Coronet, I caught a Bronzor I named Big Boy,
I like how they're still fixing it from last time.
which I happily added to the team. And right before Gardenia's gym, Kronk evolved, which meant no mercy for those flower ladies. Badge number 2.
Dude, Golbat is such a good encounter in, or Zubat is. Once it turns into a Golbat, I mean, realistically, you could have a Crobat the next level if you just put the time in to do it, to get that friendship. I know it's a lot of time, but you'd have a straight-up Crobat by the second gym, which is crazy.
Slashed the guard bushes in front of the Galactic building and ran up all the stairs where we fought Galactic Commander Jupiter. Let's take a look at how that went.
Don't crit. Don't crit, don't
Oh,
crit.
no.
Ah! Ah! No!
Oh,
But, I mean, that won't
No, wait.
do... Ah,
Rip.
Let's just hit it. Don't crit him.
Rip. Rip Turt.
No. Oh my god.
We finally were able to beat her, but that fight really
hurts.
knocked the wind out of me. I was shaking on my way back to the Pokemon Center when this lady Cynthia shows up and is like,
Best champion ever.
egg? Yeah. Anyway, even meeting Cynthia wasn't enough to calm my nerves, so to keep my mind off the absolute tragedy we narrowly avoided, I decided to start training up Big Boy on Cycling Road. And then he died.
I've practiced this game and
I feel this on a personal level.
So before you push up your anime glasses and tell me that steel is weak to fire, which I know, by the way, the reason I kept Big Boy in was because not only is his defense an iron wall, but he had heat proof, which negates his fire weakness. But then he got crit. So, first death. I'm sorry, Big Boy. You never had the opportunity to become a big boy. I walked into Wayward Cave and found a Gibble. Gibble
That was a really sad. Okay.
is an amazing Pokemon. It turns into Garchomp, which is easily one of, if not the strongest Pokemon in the game that isn't a legendary. Adding it to the team would give us such a huge advantage.
She's not gonna catch it. She's making this too dramatic, right? She's not gonna get it.
And now there is nothing in my way between that and...
Yep.
And we're moving on. We arrived in Hearthome City where I caught DeVito the Ralts, Kronk and Puppy evolved. We had a clean win
Yeah,
against
Crobat.
Fantina, and some lady gave us an Eevee I named Milk. Things were starting to look better now.
Milk.
I was leveling up DeVito against trainers, and when fighting this lovey-dovey couple,
let's go into Puppy. Get rid of the Buizel. Oh no!
Rip. Rip
You're
DeVito.
kidding. You're kidding.
and that's why I hate love. In came Shrimp the Scyther I caught on Route 210. Some good news, on Route 213, I finally found a Shellos. I named it Swoop, and I loved it. I loved it so much. I know you're not supposed to have a favorite
She loved it. What's gonna happen?
child, but Swoop was my favorite child, and I wasn't apologetic about it. I trained it up, and now we got a Gastrodon. Turt ended up evolving too, so together with Kronk and Swoop, Maylene was defeated, and badge number 4 was secured. Outside of Pastoria City, I caught a Quagsire named Lol, but when I went to get my Great Marsh encounter, I was trying to get a Yanma and accidentally threw a ball at a Wooper, so now we've got Lol and Oops in the box.
Lol and Oops. Oh, they're so cute. You gotta love the Wooper line.
Then I swept Crasher Wake with Milk, who is now a Jolteon, with the TM Thunder I bought literally next door. I walked out of the gym and Team Galactic set off a bomb. I ran down the grunt who detonated it and took him out because he is weak. Cynthia appears again and tells me to bring a charm to her grandma. So I'm like, yes ma'am. We found her in Celestial
She's just simping for Cynthia, huh?
town along with Cyrus, the leader of Team Galactic, who starts some evil Shakespeare speech about how everything is imperfect, so he's gotta blow up the world or something. I don't know, I wasn't really paying attention. And then he wanted to fight. Puppy took out his Sneasel and I sent out Milk to take care of his Golbat, but Milk decided he wanted to be lazy and not only miss all his thunders, but also punch himself in the face.
Milk!
It's not gonna die.
You can't. You can't be doing this.
Kronk came out and killed the Golbat because Milk was being difficult, but I gave him a second chance and he took out the Murkrow. Anyway, here's your Dusty Charm. I went out and caught a Magnemite named C, then arrived in Canalave City where we barged into Byron's gym and demolished his team with Scoop and Turd. Then Team Galactic
Oh my gosh, that Gastrodon in the background. Did you see that? Hold on.
City where we
Poor
barged
Byron,
into
like,
Byron's
they're all like,
gym
oh my gosh. It's not even the Torterra that they're afraid of. It's that surfing monstrosity back there.
Demolished his team with Scoop and Turd. Then Team Galactic sets off another bomb, this time at Lake Valor. So Barry, Professor Rowan's assistant Lucas, and I split up to check on the lakes. As I'm strolling past all the flopping Magikarp, I run into Galactic Commander Saturn, who we swept the floor with. After that, we headed over to Lake Verity, where we did the exact same with Mars.
I like how they just kick or punch the actual leaders, not their Pokemon. No, they're just like pop, 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 pop. With
There was a part where Turt got crit and almost died.
Oh god. Oh god.
But we're fine, he's fine. Finally, we had to go check up on Barry at Lake Acuity, and after trekking through 6 feet of snow for like a mile, we get there to find Barry at the top of a cliff like, ha ha ha, you can't climb rocks. Come back when you can climb rocks, loser. I'll go fight Candace's gym now, I guess. Now, we've been having some good type matchups with the past few gyms, so I haven't really been nervous about most of them, but Candace uses ice types, which like half my team is weak against. Which, you know.
people sleep on ice types. I'm telling you. People sleep on them. Like every single time you have a playthrough, you always have like half your team weak to ice when you get those good mons. And people just sleep on them until, you know, they take you out.
No. Nervousness rising. Not only was I at a massive type disadvantage, but the main threats on our team were her Abomasnow because it hits like a truck and sets up hail, and her Frostlass because it'll use the hail from the Abomasnow to heighten its evasiveness with Snowcloak, spam double teams, and then just sweep my team. I walked in, took a deep breath, which didn't make me feel better at all, and started the battle. Shrimp took out her Sneasel and Scoop took out her Piloswine, almost dying in the process, and then she finally brought out the big bad Abomasnow. Since it's grass ice type, I taught Puppy Fire Blast. Yeah, I didn't know we could... Anyway.
It just...
I wasn't sure it could one-shot because Puppy's not a special attacker, and lo and behold, it didn't.
It didn't miss.
This is good thinking, though.
Please kill it. Please. It's quad. It's quad.
No way.
Eventually, Puppy took it out, but that was absolutely terrifying. Last but not least, Frostlass. I wanted to have Scoop Rain Dance to get rid of the hail so Frostlass's Snow Cloak isn't activated, but since Scoop was sitting at a not-so-chill 20 HP, that wasn't gonna work out super great. However, since I didn't want Kronk to be in this fight at all, right before the fight, I swapped her with Failure the Shakes.
No.
Yep. Sorry, little guy. Failure looked up at the looming death that was Frostlass in front of her, and as I healed up Scoop, Failure was killed in its blizzard. It's really unfortunate we had to resort to it, but I give Failure a salute for stepping up and surrendering its life to the team. Scoop came out, got off the rain dance, and after a close battle, was able to pull through. We won.
Hold up. I hate these animations sometimes. They're really sad. She
but
really
it
knows how
wasn't
to
without
make you
sacrifice. We had a moment of silence for Failure, the true MVP of the fight. Gone, but not forgotten. Now we could climb the rocks to Lake Acuity, and when we got up there, Barry's got snot dripping down his face, crying in the snow because he got beat up by Jupiter, who looks at me and is like, "See ya, I'm going to Veilstone HQ." I'm gonna go to Veilstone. We start running through the base trying to find Cyrus, but when fighting this scientist...
Psychic. Porygon 2 freaks me out. It is way too powerful, way too bulky, and it's way too weird. I do like Porygon
No.
too, though.
No.
I would like a plush of Porygon too.
No.
Very cute.
Don't do it.
What? 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 No! No! Scoop!
No.
We
Poor
lost Scoop.
I wasn't okay. Turt came out and curb stomped the Porygon 2 out of vengeance, but
Just
to put it
crushed
lightly,
it.
I wasn't taking that too well.
My heart is breaking.
Its poor little face. Look at it. Oh, it's even like, why? Why'd you let this happen to me?
I'm like actually sad.
But life doesn't stop when your dog dies, so I had to keep trucking and brought Lol the Quagsire to the team. With an intense, blood-curdling thirst for revenge, I stormed into Cyrus's room. Fight! Shrimp and Milk took out his team in no time. I snatched his Master Ball and used his teleport pad to enter the basement where Mess Spirit, Azelf, and Yuxi are all being held captive. Fight! And like
There's just
Cyrus,
grabbing
Saturn
him.
was swept too. After releasing the Lake Guardians, we head to Mount Coronet because Cyrus wants to go there and destroy the planet, I think. And we catch up to him at the Spear Pillar. Before we can run up and attack him, Mars and Jupiter step in. Then Barry arrives. Honestly, I have no idea how he found us all here. And is like, I'll help. Lol takes out both the Bronzors.
Barry is an alternate, like, not an alternate dimension. Barry is like this alien that just kind of stalks you the whole game and is super happy to just be there. That's what I think. I think he's just an extraterrestrial.
Mars's Prugly, and Barry's Munchlax. So I thought, you know, it was all smooth sailing, right? Well,
Wow, Barry. Really doing a lot for the team, aren't ya? Oh my god, no, it has Giga Drain? No. No, oh no, oh no! It was a crit!
not only did I not know that
Man, she's getting hit by all the crits.
Golbat had Giga Drain for some reason, but it also got a crit. So I was starting to feel bad, but then I started panicking. The thing is, after you fight Mars and Jupiter, you have to go into the Distortion World and fight Cyrus and Giratina. If Cynthia forces us into the Distortion World without us being able to get a new member, we're in massive trouble. We finished up the battle and Cyrus starts his whole spiel about how the world is imperfect, blah blah blah, everything must die except for me. Then he gets swallowed up by Giratina, a hole opens,
Giratina's
a
just
rip
like,
in space leading to the Distortion World, and I'm kind of just standing off to the side twiddling my thumbs like, Cynthia, please don't shove me in there without my consent.
Cynthia, can I go? I have something to do. Our world
think
will
you
be
can go.
destroyed. Are you ready? No, I'm not. Let me go. I'm free. Holy crap. Get me out of here. Goodbye.
I'm sorry, lol. We just got you, and then you died. But luckily, remember
comes
when
at
I
you fast.
accidentally caught that Wooper while trying to get a Yanma? It's time, Oops. You were no accident. You're our lucky star who will carry us to victory. We got Oops leveled up, came back to the Spear Pillar where Cynthia was just sitting there waiting for us, and hopped in.
I wonder if that's what they actually do. Like, everyone's just standing there, so they're like, well, cards?
Everything is topsy-turvy and the Lake Guardians are telling me to push boulders into holes. And suddenly I'm on a floating crest of land with Cynthia, who's basically like, Cyrus, get lost and never come back. And Cyrus didn't like that. So he came at me. Oops took out his Houndoom and his Gyarados.
It's so true. Why does Cynthia not fight him? Like, why? Cynthia's right there, and she's obviously stronger than you at this point. She's like a level 60 Garchomp or something, right? What a butt.
Came out, so I switched to Milk. But I was very terrified because Cyrus's Gyarados has Earthquake. So if Milk misses his Thunder here, he dies. And Milk is notorious for missing his Thunders. But it hit. Milk lives another day. He also took
Go
out
Milk.
Cyrus's Crobat and Honchkrow, and Shrimp finished up his Weavile. Cyrus steps
Nope.
aside, and suddenly it's just me and the Angel of Darkness itself.
See, why does the bad guy step aside? Why doesn't he just, like, push you off the edge? Like, wouldn't you just die? Like, I don't know what happened if you got pushed off the edge in the Distortion World. Couldn't he have just done that instead of just been like, okay, you won in a Pokemon battle, I guess I'll go this way. Because everyone has morals, like, at least that high, is where if they lose a Pokemon battle, they're like, well, I guess I can't do anything.
Giratina.
Oh, there you go.
I threw the Master Ball, and like that, it was over. I saved the world. Now to get back to my gym badges.
That was a really weird animation. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it.
I arrived at Sunnyshore's City and started making my way through
The heck was
Volkner's
that?
gym. I know he's the 8th gym leader and he's supposed to be tough, and apparently he's depressed because everyone who challenges him isn't good enough and he's bored. But I wasn't concerned. We have Oops and none of his Pokemon can do anything about it. It's not like they have Giga Drain or anything, right? They didn't, I checked. Oops was just
They didn't, I
earthquake
checked.
and
Okay,
everything.
good.
And at the end, I'll admit, I got a bit scared.
Okay, don't crit. If you crit Giga Impact, that would be really Holy.
Oh.
But it's all good.
I thought
We're
it
all
did crit
good.
for a
And with
second.
that, off to
It's like,
Victory
yeah.
Road we went, where we caught ourselves a Gabite I named Flakes. Would have been nice to have one, I don't know, near the beginning of the game, say, in Wayward Cave, you know. But whatever. Better late than never.
Poor turd. Also, having a Garchomp before the Elite Four, wow, that's crazy.
It's good to have just in case something goes horribly wrong out of nowhere.
Uh-oh. No, you would have
Flakes'
had such
face is-
power.
yeah, it
Puppy,
is.
don't die.
It's an amazing. Whoa, 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 whoa. No!
No!
You're kidding.
Man, that Staraptor took it out with him.
Oh dear. And that's the straw that broke the camel's back. After Puppy died, I stepped back and decided the team we go into the Elite Four with needs to be the best possible team we can build. The Elite Four here goes pretty hard, so I couldn't go in willy-nilly just hoping for the best. After literally a few hours of calculations and research,
It looks like Cynthia has a mustache.
I settled on a team I thought would give us the highest possibility of winning. I added Flakes to the team in place of Puppy, and with a heavy heart, left Milk and Kronk behind as I brought C the now Magnezone and Colgate the Togekiss I hatched from the eggs Cynthia gave me. Even though I was sad to not bring Milk and Kronk into the final battles with us, they won't be forgotten.
What's her team? Why would you take
And it
Crobat
doesn't
off?
negate the fact they were such huge assets to the team, and I wouldn't have made it this far without them. I'll see you guys on the other side. I took a step towards the doors of no return and immediately got interrupted by Barry, who wanted to have one last fight.
He does just come out of
Anyway.
nowhere. The heck?
Welcome. This is the Elite Four. The battle starts and C takes out Aaron Zeon Mega and Vespiquen, Oops takes out his Drapion, and Colgate takes out his Scissor and Heracross. Next up is Bertha.
What? What is going on?
Bertha loves ground types,
Did
but
she have
Turt and
Giratina
Oops
on
had
her
a smooth
team?
time smashing through her team. I felt a horrible shiver when her Rhyperior came out, but things went well.
Oh, dude,
On
surf.
to Flint.
It's gonna do it again. She has a pretty powerful
Flint
team.
has a pretty scary team, but luckily Oops and Flakes had no trouble plowing
Flint also has fire types in this generation, or in this one.
through them as well. And with that, we're on to the last member, Lucian. Now, Shrimp hasn't had much time to shine in these fights so far, so I decided I wanted to let her go all out. She set up
No.
sword stances and bullet punched everything.
Okay,
Proud of you, Shrimp.
I thought
And
she was gonna
suddenly,
die.
I'm at the
Or
entrance to
Shrimp
the
was gonna die.
champion. The trainer who's been known to crush
She on
dreams
the
in a
moon?
single battle, and many still fear to this day. I took a deep breath. Things are going surprisingly well, and I don't know how to feel about it. But I looked up, and there she was. At this moment, I have only one last objective: defeat Cynthia. She leads with Spiritomb, which has no weaknesses, so I sent out Turt to hit it as hard as possible. Flakes takes out her Togekiss, and then her Garchomp comes out. This is known to be one of the toughest boss Pokemon in the entire franchise, and rightfully so. That thing was made by Satan himself, and I'm sure even he fears what he has created. I immediately switched to Oops, who's the only Pokemon that can lead us to victory here. I planned to put it to sleep with Yawn, and then Ice Beam it until it died. That was our only hope.
Okay, it's a good plan.
But then, Oops was crit. And
No!
that was it. Nothing on my team can take a hit from this monster.
She's lost 2 Quaggy boys.
monster. And
Cancel
even if
her.
they could, they couldn't do much damage back. I sat there in disbelief, knowing there wasn't anything I could have done, and the battle is basically unwinnable now. I brought out Shrimp
It's
to
not
bullet punch it so we
unwinnable.
could get in a little bit of damage, but she was killed.
Oh
Colgate
my
tried to chip away
gosh.
at it. He did some damage too, but was crit one shot. At this point, I'd accepted defeat.
Oh.
Only Turt, C, and Flakes were left. It's hopeless at this point. Flakes came out, and against all odds,
Dude, Flake's got this.
Flakes outsped Cynthia's Garchomp and killed.
Oh, these animations are kind of.
I didn't think he could
Sick.
do it.
Oh my
he was
gosh.
2 levels weaker, and
Dude,
I
had
just
goosebumps.
I don't know. I
know
just
it's
didn't think he
weird.
could outspeed it.
I know that's weird, but I got goosebumps. I don't know if y'all can see this, but she's good at telling her stories and making these videos. Man.
Suddenly, there was a chance we could win
You've
this
got
after all.
this.
Cynthia brings out her
Dude,
Milotic,
you have a
which she
Torterra
took
and a
out with a few
Garchomp.
Thunderbolts. Flakes took out
And
the
a
Lucario
Magnezone.
with Dig. Look, my Earthquake TM is on Swoop, and we all know what happened there. Finally, her last Pokemon comes out, Roserade. Flakes went in for the Dragon Claw,
No.
and
It's
the
over?
battle was over.
Okay. I was like, no,
We
don't kill
won.
Flakes.
As Cynthia's congratulating me, a sudden feeling of overwhelming guilt washes over my entire body, so intense it almost knocks me down. I don't think I deserve this. Something here isn't right. This wasn't meant for me. Back in the Distortion World when Giratina split me in two, how do I know I'm me? What happened in the other timeline where I saw glimpses of what happened parallel to this world, that was me too. Those things happened. Was that the ending I'm destined to have? The world I'm living in
Oh my
now is how I
gosh.
want things to be, but the other Jaiden is equally me as I am her. Even if you might think I deserve this dimension, things don't work like that. Are there some things you can't escape, even when you try everything you can do to alter it? I don't know the answer. I may be able to sit on this throne now and thank all the Pokemon that put in everything to help me get here. All the hard work, blood, sacrifices we made. But I don't think I
Failure.
can ever accept this victory. I don't know what ending was meant for me.
Poor
And I
failure.
don't think I ever will.
What do you mean? Man, you deserve it. Oh. Man, it's always a roller coaster. Is there anything else? Hold on, let's see the very end. Thank you for all watching this video, and thank you for the team who contributed. Help, support keeps me inspired and keeps me excited for these videos. I'm happy to be here with you all. Man, she made that one, like, kind of really dramatic. Oh my gosh. Well, if you haven't seen Jaiden Animation, go check her out. She's an amazing YouTuber. Like, holy cow. Absolutely amazing. She does these little videos over different things. She's done one for the Ruby franchise, like I've said. She's done a lot of them. Go check her out. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. This was really fun to make. I've never really reacted to someone else's video before. So I hope I gave good reactions. I was kind of on the edge of my seat the whole time because it got really dramatic like halfway through, and it's just like everything was going on. And it was like a roller coaster, and I was like, whoa. But anyways, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Go check out Jaiden Animations. She deserves all the love. Peace.